Hello, today I'm going to play Minecraft, but I'm going to play this. As you can see, there is a green torch. In 1.13, well, not the full, it's not really full that much. On Pocket Edition, you can pick if you want Education Edition. It only gives you the chemistry updates, and as you can see, it has a mercury chloride. It has 16 of these guys. Okay, let's start with the basics. So this machine. It shows you all that it allows you to make helmets. But first, let's take a look at all the elements. Here are all the elements. So you got. They're all different. They're all categorized, as you can see, by color. So what should we make first? What is the simplest thing that we should make? Let's make bleach. I don't remember what bleach is made from. Oh no, I just broke. If you didn't know already, now we need to fix the periodic table. So what blocks do we need? We need 16. We need 16 and 8. 16, I don't remember that one, and 8, which is oxygen. So go over here. So you can type in the number, for example, 8 electrons, and you can press this button that adds up things. For example, oxygen, you can have 8, anywhere from 8 neutrons to 10 neutrons. So we got oxygen. Now we need to create, what was it again? Element number 60. Let's take a look at what that element is. I think this element, and what is this guy? So if we grab him, we'll see. It's sulfur. So place down sulfur, place down oxygen. Here we go. Now we got that. Now we need fluorine. So fluorine is an orange element. Well, it's colored orange, so you can categorize them. So for example, so to make fluorine, you need 9 electrons and 9 of everything. You can get anywhere from 9 to 10 on for fluorine. I don't know, it's some more, but you can experiment however you want. So here you can see this. Is it all the elements from the last element to the first element? Yeah. So let's start with the crafting recipes. There's an item that requires carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen. And I think it also requires, where is that element again? A sodium. So oxygen, sodium, carbon, and nitrogen. It's currently here. I don't know. Wait, no. Oh yeah, I have that. So so we have this guy. Let's take a look at the material reducer. Since I have sodium and acetate, that's what we did. You can place this object that you want to know what it's made from into the machine, and it will give you everything that is required to make this object. So we need to make 4 of these. This is where this guy comes, the compound creator. It creates compounds. Just place in all the required elements and you get the compound. So for example, let's give ourselves a bunch of these. Let's get 16 of these, and next one, just because. Okay, so let's make the ice bomb. I don't remember how you make bleach. Latex. That might come in handy for balloons. Wait. What? Why can't I tap on latex to pick it up? So, the lab. This one is so that you can make different elements or items. For example, let's try making an ice ball. So, this is how you make an ice ball. Just grab 4 sodium acetate and place it in there. It doesn't matter how you place them. And these tell you what type of element. I don't know any elements that are gases that you can make here. This is a liquid. This means that your element is going to be a liquid. This means your element is going to be a gas. And this one means your element is going to be a solid. So let's combine them into an ice bomb. Also, you also have this heat block. This one requires water, charcoal, and salt. If you didn't know, salt is sodium chloride, charcoal. Well, just burn some wood. Just burn some wood. That is more than enough to know. You don't need to create it using different elements. You just burn wood. Then you can research it in this machine using, just have one charcoal, place it in heat, it'll give you all the elements included with charcoal. And yeah, but something very cool. Let's grab a lava bucket. But the lava bucket is a great source of elements placed in the lava. So the material reducer. So this is what is in one lava bucket. 47 oxygens, 28 silicons, 13 aluminums, 5 ions, 4 calciums, 3 sodiums, 3 potassiums, and 2 magnesiums. That is one of the best sources. Some elements will have some items that will have unknown elements. It is by this question mark thing. They represent by that. It is when, well, sometimes in real life we don't know these elements yet, and for soul sand and things like netherrack and soul sand, things that aren't really real, you can't make them in real life, then you will not get any elements from those unless this element is discovered. Then we're gonna have that. But let's take a look at the element construction. It goes up to 120. That's its maximum amount for these, and 180 is the maximum amount for those. But we don't have any elements number 119 to 120. And this is the final again. So the maximum amount of neutrons an element currently can have is 176. Okay, so the periodic table. If you didn't know, elements are blocks in Minecraft, so you can place it down. Also, this is two-sided. Hey, what is that like? Oh, I just did something. So you're gonna break them instantly. Also, trident. And let's try a dolphin too. / weather clear. / summon dolphin. As you can see, they cannot survive on land. As you can see, this dolphin is working. He's huffing and puffing. Also, super fertilizer. It requires ammonia. But you can't give these things. You have to create them. It requires ammonia and phosphorus. That's how you make that. I have some super fertilizer. Here we have it, but I think you can actually research this stuff. No, you can't. Because it requires object. Could you research them? Place it in. Oh yeah, you can. So, as you can see, this is ammonia and this is potassium. No, not potassium. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Potassium? That is not potassium. If you didn't know, that is phosphorus, not potassium. Potassium is element number 19. This is element number 15. What is up with that? Okay. Place in your ammonia, and then you know. It's just nitrogen, 3 hydrogens. It's one of the simplest elements to make, or compounds to make. But you want a lot of this stuff. Because, well, you can create infinitely many objects also. Why is it just not? How was I standing on it? Hydrogen peroxide. You might know what that is for. If you didn't know already, that's for glow sticks. You can make any dye color of glow sticks if you have the correct dye. But now so if you want to make super fertilizer, you place that in, and then look at that. It's gonna be a solid, and then you combine them and super fertilizer. So yeah, super fertilizer. What it does, we have some plants here. We really want to grow them full to mature. Well, these aren't that good, but as it instantly grows everything. Now like bone meat, look at that. Insta grow. But if you fall down on your plants, you kind of destroy. I don't trample anything. So. Oh no, I just squashed it. So. This is good in just 5 more percent. Or you can just go here, settings. Go to change the personal game mode to creative, and done. You're now in a different game mode or any. So use to fertilize, instantly grows it. So yeah, it's a really cool object. It's really good for growing things. It's super efficient because you can make infinitely many elements at a time and compounds. So that's what it's useful for. It is a solid. It makes sense that it's solid. But yeah, the ice bomb is also solid. And if you want to know what an ice bomb does, this is what it does. It freezes a wall. That's about it. It freezes it in a 3x3x3 area. That's its power, its radius. Mobs can survive inside ice. And this looks really pretty because, well, everything's growing. So the horse is stable here, but there are some new potions. That thing is gonna unfreeze. If you didn't know already. Sodium acetate. So these are gonna unfreeze eventually. So let's store sodium acetate. That's soap. Soap is one of the biggest elements. It's calcium chloride. If you didn't know about calcium chloride, it is the orange coloring. Mercuric chloride, if you want to create more of this stuff. Or you can just place it in here if you want to know how to make mercuric chloride. Place it in there. Here we go. Mercury and chloride. That's it. 2 chlorides to be exact. So mercuric chloride. So soap and the magnesium I have are pretty much useless. They're not used for anything. So mercuric chloride. Also, you can research this heat block here. And this is how you make heat block. All these items. This is how you make a heat block. It requires iron, salt, charcoal, and water. Let's throw it. Okay, so let's make some mercuric chloride. We need to make 2 more of those. Throw this away. So now, to make a sparkler, you need the magnesium element. And if you didn't know what atomic number magnesium is, that is 12. You can pause the video to see the periodic table for longer. Okay, I'm just gonna stay near the periodic table. So here's the periodic table. I also got Trent. So this is the periodic table. So as you can see, you can see all the elements. You don't need to know their names because slash times a day. No. Well, because you could just load up an app that shows you this. It's probably gonna be free. So yeah. Also, you could just create all the elements using the periodic table. You can create all of your elements and it will tell you the names. You just have to hold them. It will tell you the full names. This is some really cool. stuff. So let's make a sparkler. Okay, let's grab all the materials required for this stuff. Also, I want to show you the special potions. Here, these are the special potions. So, tonic. That cures... this one cures weakness. Tonic cures nausea. I just cure blindness. Antidotes cure poison. Elixir cures weakness. So, if you didn't know. So, eye drops are pretty much useless because no mob gives you blindness. And tonic isn't that useful because, well, unless you have eaten a pufferfish, you can just drink that. That's pretty much it. Elixir and the antidote are one of the best special potions. Okay, let's create sparklers to start off with. Also, a colored torch is made in the exact same way as you make any other colored thing. As you can see, if you didn't know, red is mercuric chloride. Actually, I'll show you. So, the colors of everything except the torch, because torches are already orange. This is calcium chloride. This one is potassium chloride. So for purple, and see purple sparkler, and there's incorrect. For purple, anything you want potassium chloride. That's 1 potassium plus 1 chlorine. Okay, and for orange, you want calcium chloride. That's calcium plus how many chlorines? We need to take a look at these. Mercuric chloride is 2 chlorines plus 1 mercury, and you get this. Well, what else is there to color? So there is green. That's tungsten chloride. You can pause to take a look at all the elements. So let's go here and let's get 1 stick, and then create a sparkler. Sparklers work like this. So you place it in the crafting table, place all the items, red sparkler. We create a red sparkler. And if you want to activate your newfound sparkler, just hold down and this happens, and it lights up and it puts out this firework particle that happens when fireworks explode. So it's pretty cool how this is working. But it's a pretty cool thing. There's also the glow stick. You can color it with dye. So for example, if I find for example, let's say yellow dye. So when you don't hold this doesn't lose durability. The durability bar is when it runs out of fuel. So as you can see, durability goes down on this pretty fast, but on a glow stick, it goes down much slower. Actually, let's make the glow stick. I have all the ingredients required. Ammonia. Hydrogen peroxide. You need 1 hydrogen peroxide. You need sodium acetate. You need what is it called again? I don't have all those materials. You need I don't remember what you need. So, can we research the glow stick? Take a look at the glow stick. But I don't think you can. You can't. How do I make a glow stick? You need... I don't remember. You can look that up. But I know how to make a balloon. So we have all the ingredients here. That's the balloon. Not. So you definitely need latex. Where's the lid? So we need latex for a balloon. we need your dye and helium because it's gonna be a helium balloon. It's gonna be popped by throwable things and bugs. So what do we need? So we need helium. That's atomic number 2. So this is how you make it. So 2 of them. You can go all the way up to 2 neutrons for that guy, and you go from 1 to 2 neutrons. So helium. We need to use helium for the balloon. We need to use dye for the balloon, and we need to use rain for the balloon. Actually, I had all the materials here. I have also, this glue is supposed to be cyanoacrylate, aka super glue. So, place that there. So now, what do we need for a balloon? It's probably not hydrogen peroxide. Let's make a yellow balloon. Yellow. Dandelion yellow. I just whatever. So you just divide this into pieces. Oh, so that is dye number. I don't remember. So the dyes go all the way up to 15. 15 is bone meal. And so dandelion yellow. I don't remember how I made a balloon. So this is how a balloon goes. So you need latex. 2 pieces. So 3 and 3. And then helium. That and enough water. Actually, what is this? Let's take a look now in this box. We could try hydrogen peroxide. We could try that. Try hard. That's not. It was the elements in there. The craft. Was it this? I don't remember. Because it's hard to remember every single recipe. Because there aren't that many. It's like this. How does it go? There's no info on how you make a balloon. So how do I make this balloon? Not soap. Definitely not soap. What do you need for a balloon? What works for balloons? I do not know. Some another element. What compound is it? Oh no, I don't remember. Okay, let's just go for underwater TNT. That sounds much better. Let's just go for some underwater TNT. Underwater TNT is pretty simple. You need sodium. Atomic number 11. Atomic number 11. So it can be anywhere from 11 to 13 neutrons for that element. So then you need TNT. So you need to get gunpowder. AKA just kill some creepers. Maybe some other sources. But kill some creepers. So or you could do commands just /give at ptnt or other ingredients. So then place them here and then here, and then you get some underwater TNT. It's super simple. /set block. You can use /set block so you don't have to make a big tower. Fence. So you can place on coral, but fence. So now that you have a fence or anything, this works. So then you need some water. Water is super important to how the underwater TNT works. Well, not really. It can explode underwater. That is its ability. That is awesome. Water mechanics were changed in the new update, I guess you can call it. You could call it that. Well, in the part of the update there's right now water boom. I also added the sea pickle as an underwater lantern. That is what it is. So here we got a ton of water. You can also summon some dolphins for fun. They're also neutral, so they'll attack peaceful. So we have TNT, underwater TNT. So you can ignite it in any simple way for TNT to be ignited, except lava. So look at that. The TNT is now going to explode, as you can see, it actually did damage underwater. Crazy, right? No, it's not really that crazy. You also use the ice bomb to freeze it. That's some really strong sounds, or maybe that's just the pocket. So now it puts a whole new idea for these ice bombs. Sodium acetate. Well, we need for these. So now, what the ice bomb is really useful. Create more source blocks. Pretty much, it stacks to 15 as any other throwable. And it goes through water unless it hits a water source block. If it hits that, it freezes up an area. As you can see, that won't unfreeze because we're not in a hot biome. Well, ice doesn't freeze in Minecraft anyway, so why am I talking about that? So you throw it and then, well, that was a miss. That was also a miss. It needs to hit a source block to freeze things, but it also freezes non-source blocks, flowing water blocks. So you're now destroying creative mode. This is more about creative mode than education edition, because you need someone in creative mode to place things down. So you can just break all this stuff and set the time from 9,000 to 49,000 for some reason. And just destroying everything. I like just punching. Also, this guy. What is this guy? This guy is hardened glass. The hardened glass block requires... I don't remember, but you can also look at it. I don't remember what this block requires. You can also make it as panes and colored glass, but whatever. So, also, bleach. You can actually research this in this guy. I just realized. Actually, no, that's too hard. Place that in there, press the button, gives you one bleach cluster. So if you place bleach, this is what it requires. It requires these things in water. It requires sodium hypochlorite. And if you want to research that guy, you can. Right? Okay. And that's how you make it. Sodium, chlorine, and oxygen. That's some pretty simple items. But when you place them in here, I adjusted everything you can make here can be like this. It makes those particles make that noise, but it's bleach. Bleach can be used to clean things like woolen banners. Pretty simple. Just place them in a crafting table or your 2x2 crafting table in your inventory and wash it. So now, what else is there? I covered pretty much everything, right? Well, no, because a magnesium torch. If you didn't know where that came from, that's an underwater torch. It's a magnesium torch. Underwater torch. One magnesium plus one torch, and you just click / give it the torch. Place it in a crafting table, and that is not correct. To get an underwater torch, you can guess what this does. It's very simple to know. It's a torch that works underwater. It also makes these particles. And that's it. It's good. It's an alternative to the sea pickle. pretty much. Well, it wasn't created as that. It's a torch that works underwater. That was created as. But now it's like working on an alternative for the sea pickle, which you can place underwater. It also gives off like level 14 when you place it down, instead of having to have 4 pickles. Okay, now we have covered everything, right? Well, yes, but I don't remember a few things. That's pretty much it. Some compounds are pretty much useless, so I'm not going to go into those because you don't need them, and also potatoes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.